What's up, guys and girls? It's good to see you tonight on the Speak and See Show. I ask you to like, subscribe, click that notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in. Yes, I have not stopped. We are still going after those EIDL $10,000 grants.
Yeah.
Those of you who have gotten it, that's great. Congratulations. And if you're still watching it come this time in your life, I want to say thank you for sticking with there, helping out that small business that really needed that $10,000 EIDL grant but hasn't gotten it yet. There are things that we need to do to go forward to help those small businesses get that $10,000 EIDL grant, to help make Congress and the Senate and the politicians come through with their agreement to disperse this money to the small businesses in time of need for the COVID pandemic that we went through. Now, we're still going through it. Bear in mind, we're still going through it, and there could be more problems coming forward due to COVID. Hopefully not. Let's hope that the worst is over. But the promise made was that every business that was in need of the $10,000 grant would get it, regardless of size or location. Now, the policy map is what came into play that just it took out, I'd say 75% at least of the businesses in America from getting the full $10,000 EIDL grant. Now they only got $1,000 per employee. So those sole proprietors and small businesses that only have one person in their business running their business, maybe two, have only gotten $1,000, maybe $2,000. And that's just wrong. So we got to hold accountable those politicians who promised it to us and even ran their campaign on it come in the 2020 elections upon the small business vote, saying we're going to get that $10,000 EIDL grant for you. And they didn't. They failed to do it. And they just tossed the small businesses to the wayside. I can see right now the 2022 elections coming up. It's going to be an issue for the politicians that promised this and have not come through for it, for the small businesses out there. I would honestly say that it's probably the biggest cover-up, the biggest scam that America has gone through that has not been publicized. There's no media out there talking about it. There's no push as far as the media. They're trying to hold this under wraps, and rightfully so, because it's not just the Democrats or just the Republicans, it's both. So both the Republicans and the Democrats are trying to say it's a non-story. But the truth of the matter is, this is about a $30 billion cover-up that the United States placed upon the American people that maybe only a few media outlets have held. And I want to thank Natalie Walters and Patrick Terpstra. Very, very few media outlets and media editors have put this in play for a story. And it's not just a story, but it's literally crippled the small businesses in America. And it could go forth to crippling it more if they don't get this money that was promised to them in the CARES Act and in the American Heroes Act. Only, however, what was put in play was the policy map that screwed us. We've got to get the policy map removed. I already have tried on many, many occasions to get the awareness out there to the American people and to the media about this policy map. Now that has gone, it was on fire for a minute, and we had gotten a lot of response from it. However, it's since then died out due to the, I'll just say the economy, the inflation and other things, Afghanistan, a whole lot of media presence has been made over this EIDL grant, but I'm bringing it back into play. And the first thing that I'm going to do tonight, I mean, the truth of this matter is, it started with the small businesses and Ben Cardin, Schumer, Pelosi, and Maxine Waters, Sherrod Brown, even Bernie Sanders jumped on board with it. And they were saying, yes, we're going to get this for you. We're going to get this for you. Now you vote for us. We voted for them, or somebody voted for them. They got put into office, and since then the policy map was put in play, so only a few people would get the $10,000 EIDL grant. That's a huge problem. That's a huge problem, and we're seeing elections going wayward to the Republican side for this lie, the big lie. It's a big lie that was told to America that they were going to do, and they didn't do it, which is mainly the fault of Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Ben Cardin. Those are the three hard hitters in this. Rosen is part of the problem now because she hasn't even jumped on board with it, even though she put S513, which still has till the end of this year to hit the floor, but she hasn't pressed on it. And no politicians have pressed on it because I don't think that they believe that it's a good idea anymore. I believe that they think that the PPP should have covered it, or the loans should have covered it. And it's kind of like a payback for small businesses. Now, with inflation the way it is, and small businesses having to regroup and try to refocus their attention on how they're going to make this small business work with higher inflation, meaning we've got to pay more for our goods. We've got to pay more to get the services rendered that we're providing, whether it be services or goods or whatever it is. It's costing a lot more now for Americans, and it's going to be harder to shovel up out of this. So that $9,000 extra or $8,000 extra for the American business owner is still huge. And it could be used in a lot of ways, and we see the economy boost in ways that are just incredible for America. Move this down a little bit so you can see me more. In order to get that, we're going to have to make some moves. And one move right now, I'm going to have to find out if Ben Cardin is what the deal is with him. Now, Ben Cardin's number is 202. If you all want to get behind me, and if everybody that watches this could please call Ben Cardin's office and kind of find out what's going on with him as well as I am. You can use this as a reference, this video. It's 202-224-4524. Let's see what we got here.
Thank you for calling the office of United States Senator Ben Cardin. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you are receiving this message during regular business hours, our lines are busy at the moment. Please call us back or leave a message at the tone. Thank you for your call and have a great day.
Hi, Ben. This is speansee. I am calling in regards to the policy map that was put in play for the small businesses in America. We were wanting to find out exactly who put that policy map there, why it was put there, and if it's planned on being removed so that the rest of America, other than those purple areas, can get their finances. We would like an answer on this. If you can call me back at this number provided at 743. I would like a response on this as soon as possible so that I can give it to all my viewers here on my channel that are wondering why that policy map was put there, who put it there, and when we can expect it to be removed so that the promise can be kept by you and those Pelosi, Schumer, those that were pushing for it, Maxine Waters, that even signed the documents saying that this $10,000 EIDL grant would go to all American small businesses, regardless of size or location. Thank you for your time, and you have a blessed day. Bye-bye. And there we go. So I'm getting with Ben Cardin there. I will call him again during regular business hours as well, but I'm letting you know that we are not stopping the fight for this. There are answers that we need. There is money that we need, and anything short of a direct deposit in our banks for the full $10,000 is inadequate. I don't want to hear a certain loss is going to be needed. I don't want to hear anything except for, yes, here's the money. It's going to be direct deposit into the small businesses that applied for this $10,000 EIDL grant. Anything short of that is a failure. Anything short of it. Why you did not get that $10,000 is a failure right now. The reason why you're backed up in your rent, in your mortgage, and all these other things because of that, because you did not get that money, it's a failure, and things are going to have to change. I believe that there are some in the 2022 elections coming up. I believe that there are going to be some changes due to that. I believe that the representative from Georgia, Warnock, said that he was going to help fight for it. He hasn't mentioned a tweet of it in the 2 years that he's been there almost. So Warnock is going to be overthrown by Herschel Walker. And I can see that coming as well because Herschel hasn't lied to us. Warnock has. And any other sort of red tape that would be put in play for the EIDL grants is not acceptable. We are not going to accept it. I'm not going to accept it, and neither should you. I didn't get my 10K either, and it's such a lie that has not even been. We need to promote this from the media. So we're going to start getting with Newsmax and Fox and CNN and NBC and MSNBC, all of those news media outlets, and find out if any of them will be willing to jump on board with a story, a nationwide story that would go around and say, hey, American small business owners were screwed due to a policy map that was put in play that is nothing less than prejudice due to location of where you lived. COVID hit everybody. It didn't just affect people in certain areas. It didn't affect people more in certain areas than it did over here. It affected everybody. It's COVID. Okay. It's COVID. It affected everybody in a very bad way. And, so I don't want to hear no loss restrictions or any restrictions being applied. I want to see that direct deposit, and so do you, put into the bank accounts of American people, and we're sick and tired of it. We're not going to take it anymore. So I just want to say that I am still here working for you. And instead of, it seems like instead of them pushing this, we are seeing implementations of an IRS of 80,000 employees coming in to what? Of course, because of probably the EIDL loans right now is why we're seeing the IRS coming in and wanting to see the people who got those loans and the small all businesses in per se. It's not just a certain few businesses that make a certain amount, because this is $600 or more credited to your account. They want to see it, and they want it to be taxed so that they can get their money back, which is, it's an overreach by the IRS. We're seeing the government overreach instead of the government's promises kept. And as soon as they get power, they don't ever get it back. It just gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and the vices get tighter and tighter and tighter against the American people. Well, the American people's voices have to get louder and louder and louder and louder against the politicians who have lied to them in the whole case. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was a straight up lie. And a lot of American businesses were taking in pushed to the wayside on this, and I'm not gonna be taking it anymore. And I want you guys to know that I'm fighting for you guys. It ain't gonna stop here. I want to wish hopefully everything's going well for my boy Jason McElhone. Sorry about your Cowboys. Hey, my Bucks got eliminated too, so we didn't get to. Not only did we not get to play each other, neither one of us are going to the Super Bowl. And yeah, I've cried over that, But go Bucks next year. They're looking good. We'll be doing all right next year, and hopefully your Cowboys can come back too, guys. I just want to say that another thing that's happening right now is with the voters' election rights and stuff like that. It's overshadowing the EIDL grants and the small businesses, because what the politicians are looking to do is with the voters' rights, they, instead of giving you your $10,000, they can take that $10,000 and put a big billboard above those closed businesses with Nancy Pelosi's picture on it, so they can campaign with our money. No, that's not going to happen. I don't like it. It's a bad idea. Give the money back to the American people instead of the politicians sucking it in and taking our money and making us pay for their wrongdoings, and to put them back in office when they're not even doing anything. So somebody say, hey, I want my 10K.
Yeah.